while eating pickles. An elite group of experts, analysts, and people who can wink fought and toiled and burned the midnight oil to deliver the best segment in all of sports television. It's an honor and it's a privilege. It's time for second round of the playoff tiers.
Indeed it is.
Kind of short.
Well,
there's not that many teams.
There's 8 teams left. Also, the committee was at my house very late last night because we had to wait for the end of Thunder Lakers.
It wasn't that late.
When's the last time you had 12 adult men at your house at 11:30 at night? It seems like pretty late. However, I couldn't reconvene them this morning when the Embiid news dropped. So just keep that in mind. I can't on my own just make adjustments to the tiers.
Sure.
By the way, we have new eliminations, so we can show everybody those. Those teams are out now. The teams with the new. Those first 2 teams listed my finals pick. The third team listed a lot of teams picked to sweep in round 1. The fourth team listed the Hawks. Still not time to talk about them. And then the Raptors and the Magic. All right, bottom of the tiers. Jordan Wizards. Here's what I mean, Drew. Once upon a time, Michael Jordan was deciding where he wanted to spend the very final days of his basketball career. And the Washington Wizards maybe lured him with a bit of, hey, you want to own a team one day, maybe you come play with us, and that could be something we could put together for you, right? That was, he thought it was.
Yeah.
Now, it ended up not, he ended up, that ended up falling apart.
Yeah.
Here's my point. The Cavs maybe should make a similar offer to LeBron this offseason.
Oh, I thought that's where you were going.
In that, hey, man, I don't know how, we got to figure out how it's going to work, but I think LeBron plus Donovan and those 2 bigs is an interesting Eastern Conference team. James Harden, we'll find a safe landing spot for you. And maybe, since it doesn't look like LeBron's getting an expansion team, maybe there is something that he and Dan Gilbert.
It just makes so much sense for him to own the Cavs. I mean, that just like.
Yeah, I mean, the coming up with the $7 or $8 billion you need is a bit of a.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Is that allowed?
Well, was it allowed?
It seems like
No,
what I would call
it had Jordan.
salary cap
obviously-
circumnavigation.
Wink, wink.
Unless
Again,
that means going around.
It's just an informal.
Just an informal, hey.
Work it out.
Yeah.
Like a handshake deal, like A.J. Brown.
Exactly. Is that allowed?
Like you said, you can't put it on paper.
Yeah.
That means a lot to me.
Yeah, and which ended up kind of screwing Jordan. That it
Yeah,
wasn't on
yeah,
paper.
right,
It was
exactly,
like, we changed our mind. You keep yelling at Kwame.
made us
You're
all
out of here.
this money,
Yeah.
and we didn't- yeah.
All right, next row. What's left in the tank? Again, this is before the Embiid injury. But the question was, did this team expend everything it had coming back from 3-1 down, or did it expend everything it had come back from 3-1 down and now after game 1 can replenish it? Or is it just that was it? They had a great 5 days, and they're not who we saw in that week, or were they really on to something? Game 1, they were a little exhausted. Now again, it might be moot if Embiid's just done. Hope you learned your lesson. This is for, and I really like these players. This is for Luka and Austin. If LeBron is gone. I hope for Austin, his whole career being next to LeBron, and for Luka this year and a half, they learned what LeBron does to make sure he still is in peak physical condition at the end of these seasons. That he still has stuff left in the tank, and that he can use his physical advantage on guys. Because, listen, Luka, the soft tissue injuries is just quite simply something LeBron, save one time in his 23-year career where he tore his groin Christmas, his first year with the Lakers, has never dealt with. And some of that is genetics and luck, and some of that is the work he puts in. And the other piece of it is just getting physically stronger. I don't think that's an issue for Luka as much as Austin. And if these are the last moments where LeBron is a Laker and showing it to him on a day-to-day basis, I hope they learn from him on it. 1 week blip, question mark. Is it possible the Pistons just had a bad week of basketball the first week of the playoffs? and that who they actually are is who they were the entirety of the regular season and who they've been the 4 games since when they've looked awesome? Is that they just, for 1 week, it just wasn't quite right? Or did round 1 expose real flaws and weaknesses? The Pistons, and I wrote them off down 3-1, if you remember. The last time they were on the tiers, I thought they were done. But that time they had without Cade when they kept winning, to me, signified a pretty sturdiness of the team that, again, has existed all year except for games 1 through 4 against Orlando. So maybe we'll just look at that as, a bad week that they were able to get over. Be ready for war, the Spurs. They're going to keep coming, man.
Yeah.
Wave after wave. Terrence Shannon Jr. says you got to block them all. Jaden McDaniels said Wemby's the tallest person in the world. He's like,
where is he? In the top 10?
No, I think probably somewhere in the top 100 would be my guess.
Really?
Top 100?
You don't think he's in the top 100?
No,
I think he's like top 20.
10 or 20?
Well, top
100?
20 would be in the top 100.
The top 100?
I'm just saying he's not in the, whatever.
You think there's a
Josh, on it,
please.
Start yelling, Josh.
Look it up, Josh. I'm with you. Top 10.
It's like Olivier Rouet, who just transferred.
Again,
Wemby's
they're
right
not
there.
all basketball players.
That's my point.
A lot of guys are. Top, like, so.
Murassan, he's still alive? George Murassan?
Okay, well, that's...
Yes.
Yeah.
But I like George.
So, do you play basketball?
Whatever. Can I get back to
you got to play volleyball or basketball. If you're 7'5",
he's not top 10.
you just cannot be a dentist.
Some guys aren't
You
coordinated.
cannot be a dentist at 7'5".
Rough life. I agree with you.
You can't just reach down some 7'5" dentist over you.
7'5". Dentist.
You got to floss more. Okay, 7'5" towering.
This guy, bro, you realize that Wild's monthly dental appointments are now polluting the show? He's talking about gingivitis. He's talking about all the jobs.
I just love saying gingivitis.
My point is this, San Antonio, they're going to keep coming. They're not afraid. They're not going to be dissuaded. And Julius Randle, Naz Reid, and Rudy Gobert are going to make you feel the fact that you've played them. And so just be ready for it. I think they are. Just be ready for it. I gotta tell you, I thought this was a little unfair tier name, but that's not my department. Almost playing too well, the Knicks. Almost. It's just
fair.
That's fair.
They are okay. So you guys like it?
They
are playing
historically well.
I still can't get over that no team in playoff history has ever had 3 straight 25-plus point wins until the Knicks. Do I think this is the greatest team in the history of the playoffs? I don't. But with that said, if that's the only critique, that is a testament to the job Mike Brown's doing, that all of those guys are buying in, the crowd at MSG, all of it. Very unlikely situation here. America's sweethearts, the Minnesota Timberwolves. I'm telling you right now, if they pull off this series and they are playing the Thunder in the Conference Finals, those maps that show who's rooting for who, Oklahoma is going to be in Thunder colors, and everywhere else is going to be Minnesota because people like an underdog, people like change, and there is such a true, dichotomy in styles and personalities that I think people will find infectious with Minnesota. And, Ant is so charismatic. He made the phrase, bring yass, be a national calling card during election season a couple years ago. And what? You don't
That doesn't have anything to do with election season.
No, it was the governor of Minnesota who ended up being vice presidential candidate. He ended up saying it as well. I was saying that.
I think he said it to Barkley.
I understand.
I don't think it was a political
I know
slogan.
It wasn't. I was never. You know what? Sometimes things go over your head. And atop the tiers is the Oklahoma City Thunder with the tier name, Some Things You Can't Buy. So a very quick little story. Someone I actually like a lot, don't know her personally, obviously, Kim Kardashian, wildly famous, successful.
He acted like it was going to be
No.
Kim Kardashian.
She has been, for years, trying to become a lawyer.
Yes.
She's put a lot of work in, tried very hard. And despite all of her fame and riches, success, all of it, you got to pass the bar, and she just sadly has not been able to. And recently announced she's taken a break from even trying. It's been so frustrating.
She's actually done some good legal
She's
work.
done, no, she's, again, I am not saying this at all in a negative way. But my point is, like, that's literally one of the few things you can't just be like, I'm one of the richest, most famous people in the world, just go do that for me. You got to do it. And Oklahoma City Thunder fans, I feel, are struggling with this concept. Why don't you like us, America? Why don't you talk about us the way our record and success and league MVP says we deserve to be talked about? Because you can't buy love on that level. You can't buy people being enraptured by your style of play, and you can't buy the infectiousness some of these other teams and some of these other star players have. Sometimes you just have to settle for all the winning. And that might be what the Thunder have to do, but their fans seem to be a little nonplussed that they aren't more universally beloved. They are respected, but not beloved. And that's something you can't buy your way or win your way into. Brew?
Good tiers.
Thank you.
Several bonus takes.
Several. There's only 8 teams.
Number 1, OKC. I think you're right. I've called them, they're like this generation's Spurs.
Yeah.
The Spurs were great, obviously. Duncan was awesome, but very just kind of plain personality as far as the public knew. And Shea is a little more outgoing than Duncan, the way he dresses and things, but it's still, the game is very different styles, but just basic.
Very mechanical.
Yeah, fundamental.
Like,
you could call him the little fundamental, if you, as opposed to the big fundamental. So I think that's one of the things. And then it's almost the guys feel nameless sometimes.
Yeah.
There's just 9 guys that all play the same, shoot threes, defend. So I think that's part of it. Other bonus take, LeBron. A lot of places to go. Like, I mean, now that he has shown I can fit in, still give you 20 plus, but fit into the system and everything doesn't have to revolve around me. Cleveland looks good if Harden's not there. New York, if they should, it's hard to see them losing to Philly now. But even if they lose to Detroit in the next round or whoever's in the next round, that, I think LeBron would make some sense there. And then it'll be interesting with the Lakers, what will they do? Part of you does feel like, look, it's just time to totally build around Luka. This is now year 2. I know not a full 2 years.
But it's year 2.
But 2 years, we have nothing to show for it.
Yeah.
We got to build around this guy. Who knows how long it'll last, and the West is not getting easier. All right, my main take is I would move Cleveland up ahead of the Lakers and below Detroit. Here's why. Not that the Cavs are better, but because they do, what is that, quick as a wink, move Cavs. All right. The Cavs do have a better shot, even though I think Detroit will beat them. They have a better shot at winning their series than Philly now, especially without Embiid, or the Lakers do against OKC. So that's why I would just say move them up.
So listen, I want to leave time for KW to do his, so I'll be very quick. I agree the Cavs have a better shot. I don't think the Cavs are better.
No, I don't either.
Okay,
but
so all right, so
shot.
as far as if it were
Better
ranking most likely to
advancing.
advance, I would agree with you. I just think the Lakers have been better this playoffs, and the Lakers are better. Go ahead, KW.
I'm going to move the Knicks above the Wolves. Just because, and look, they might be too hot for their own good, and they're due to come down to earth. I think the last 4 games, though, their defense hasn't allowed another team to score above 100 points. So the idea of like defense travels even if they cool off offensively. At this point in time in Jalen's career, we have to start expecting the huge games versus thinking like, oh man, Jalen had 35, what a great game.
Wow, that's a huge gap.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
SGA only has 9, Tatum has 9, Ant has 8, whatever that number is.
Jokic has 9, and Brunson has 15.
And Brunson has 15. So look,
that is something else.
If he has a huge game, you're like, yeah, this is what he does. All the Knicks are playing great. This is what I could see cooling off. Regular season, to playoffs, Brunson is known to increase his field goal percentage. Now Bridges is way up after struggling. Those blowouts have really helped him. OG is at 64%. That's wild.
Yeah.
And Cat's at 58%. I have one other stat and then a bonus take, but it's still about the Knicks.
Right.
Rebounds. I've always said defense wins championships. Heck, maybe rebounds wins championships. Part of defense. Out-rebounding their opponent in each of the first 7 playoff games. The Knicks, really good. And the Bucks, who won the title. Thought that was interesting.
Seems like a minimal sample, but got you.
Bonus take.
Yeah.
That's good, man.
Story that I've wanted to talk about that we haven't put in the show. Kelly Oubre on Jalen Brunson. Have you seen this story?
No.
That's like Jay Leno. Oh, shoot, I don't have to do it. In any event.
Do it now.
Jalen using his head, says Oubre. Kelly Oubre has accused Jalen Brunson of having a huge head.
Not headbutting,
Not headbutting,
just has a big head.
just has a big head. Obviously, he has a big head, Oubre said on Tuesday. So it's definitely tough to guard him with his head and all that. He's got a huge head.
Oubre's a different.
He's a very smart and tactical player, so he uses all that to his advantage. But yeah, I'll be there. He can whip me all he wants with his braids, but you're not getting free like that. What the heck?
Maybe
I can
that,
see the braids hitting you in the face, man.
Yeah.
Guess so.
Head.
I mean, maybe Stephon Castle, ties his hair up.
yeah,
It'd probably get in his eyes, but he could use that.
No, he's just he's
giant head.
yeah. So that's I didn't know that.
I feel like Josh Hart's going to get a lot of content.
Josh Hart already said it. He's like, yeah, that's common knowledge. Got a huge head.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.